This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Okay, the podcast. Okay, guys. Welcome to another week.
Okay, so here we are. It's great to do the podcast with you guys. So
it's great to do the podcast.
So here we are. The reason I got this podcast going is just I wanted to kind of get together with you guys, get a tete-a-tete, and just do a sort of, see what's going on in yours, and if we can, quantify and calibrate.
Bash our heads together
and just see if we can get something
Certainly
going.
fourth quarter, see if we can get something.
This quarter is moving on.
I'm looking towards Q126.
Yeah.
I'm looking to pivot the whole thing offline.
Yeah, but then bring it back online.
I'd like to take this offline, like the whole thing, do it offline.
Yeah, from offline. So
we take this offline, we'll circle back on this.
Okay, we'll circle back on the
shortly.
Offline idea.
Yeah.
But currently we are offline.
I'd like to go, I actually have to counter that, Tony. I'd like to go further. I hear what you're saying and I echo a lot of those sentiments, but I would like to go, say, if we go further online.
Okay.
Different types of being online and still being the podcast. So
okay, so there's
we could build a few websites.
So whom made concern? Can I just check?
To whom?
To whom made this actually concern?
Well, yours sincerely. I don't know.
Okay, all right, cool.
Maybe sir or madam.
Yeah.
Madam?
Sure. I'm currently out of office.
Okay.
I will be returning on the 17th of November. If you need anything, please do get in touch with Shane.
So can we let you know by
Killian.
EOD?
You can let me know by EOD, anything direct. You can contact Shane. Here's his mobile number. And then
revert back to me on any queries. I
am like an owl. I am I'm out of office. Currently offline.
Best.
All the best.
Best. Regards.
Great. Successful AGM there.
Well, I'm glad we got a lot done there.
The
thing is, when you come in, it's all great to work from home, but when you come in like this, it's much.
The meetings are much smoother.
You get more done.
They're attractive.
Very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
That's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Re-raw time.
November is upon us and the wintry, cozy nights are coming in closer and closer each day. Personally, I like to light a candle and crack open a can of refreshing Irish lager.
Well, I'm trying to copy the accent he was doing there, and I crack open a can of re-raw as well. I love the taste. Is that the right accent you were doing?
It wasn't, but I want to say a big thank you to the people at Re-Raw Irish Lager, brewed in Kilcool, County Wicklow, who sponsored Young Hot Guys and this episode of the podcast today.
Thank you, Rira.
This podcast feels like it's been sprung upon us because, and it's my fault. Usually when there's something crazy happening, it's, no offense, Killian, but it is called you.
I haven't caused a commotion in a while.
You haven't caused a commotion because I was like, wait a minute, I'm going away to London to do my sold out show.
London, England, is it?
The show wasn't sold out, and then I shared it, and then it did sell out. I was like, I'm learning about this. A few years into this game now, I'm learning you have to promote oneself. But anyway,
I'm conflicted on how to feel now because you were kind of apologising, and now we're kind of you're saying about how it's sold out. So I just don't know which feeling to feel right now.
Well, let's forget I said that.
Okay,
let's just forget I said that.
So it's only bad.
So I was like, I have to go to London, and then I'll come back on London on the Wednesday, and then the podcast goes out on the Thursday. But if I'm not there on Tuesday and Wednesday, then I can't record the podcast. And then that has to be today, which is Monday. And I was very actually anxious about it. I thought about it in bed last night. And then I put in a reminder on my phone to text you in the morning. So the reminder would come in at 6 a.m. So I definitely would. And then I text you around 7 a.m. Somebody would be up, with the kids and whatnot.
Kids, of course.
Killian would be in bed with the adults.
Yes.
And
with all, me, I live in a house and I sleep in a big bed with a load of adults.
How is Grandpa Joe?
He's doing good.
Is he walking?
He's not walking, except, it's very strange, but whenever there's the opportunity for him to go do some sort of fun event, like I got free tickets to the zoo, and he doesn't get out of bed or help or do any work around the house, but free tickets to the zoo, Grandpa Joe jumps out of bed and he says, I can do that.
That's wonderful.
Opa.
Yeah. Opa. And he jumps out of bed and he said, I can do that. And
That's wonderful.
I thought you were bedridden. And he goes, yeah, but free tickets to the zoo, I've got to show up to that. I've always loved the zoo.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you have to wash his big t-shirts?
I do have to wash his big t-shirts. Yeah.
Mad.
They have me doing that.
And he washed them in a big pot with a stick.
Yes. Big, massive pot with a stick.
Do you need to go get one of those old clothes pegs that look kind of like banana peels and put them on your nose?
I do that.
For the smell.
Cheer up, Killy. That's what you say to yourself.
That's when I'm on the washboard, when I'm just rubbing Grandpa Joe's.
And then you make some beautiful bluegrass music.
How was your man with him? Because I mean, I know that they were a bit conflicted because he really got your hopes up, didn't he? Like he gave you a winning streak card and said that he was convinced there was like 600 grand. This is when you really needed the money.
And I needed the money.
And he spent whatever €3 we had and he gave it to you. And he said that he knew for certain.
Yeah.
And you were so dead set on it. And then ultimately
it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. Yeah.
And I was like, to be honest, like Grandpa Joe, if you seem well, or if you could just go to work, that would really help out. Or even if you just, helped out with the dishes or, just kind of got out of bed in some way, shape or form.
Yeah.
Just even go down to the post office to collect your pension.
Yeah.
Like if that would help. The 4 pensions in the house would really make a difference.
It would.
But they just stay in the bed the whole time.
They stay in the bed the whole time.
And who's shagging who, by the way, in that bed?
It's kind of hard to know. I don't know which ones. I don't know which one's from which parent.
I think Joe could work, but I think the woman with the glasses has had it, I think.
Yeah.
She's a useless waste of space.
Well, she's just very negative.
Nothing to offer.
She's just very negative.
Well, we found out last week one of them was dead. We didn't even notice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think, who knows when.
Because you can't die with your eyes open.
I think most people do, I think.
Really?
I think so. I think we just think that because we watch TV shows.
But I thought a ginger stroke of the face can bring the eyelids down.
That will do it. That will
even
do it.
post rigor mortis.
That will do it. But they have to put it. I don't really want to talk about that.
I don't like this topic of conversation.
Anyway, sorry.
And if you're listening to us trying it after having seen the Late Late Show, you listen to the most recent episode.
Oh my God.
This is a weird one for you to start on. But actually, it's not that it's a weird one for you, it's actually on brand. So welcome. We're a wacky lot in here. We're a bloody wacky messers.
You don't have to be mad to work here. But it sure helps.
But you know what? It's not. Not workmates. It's actually family. So whenever you work colleagues, we're family, and family can get very close to each other. They can kiss each other and they can hug each other. So that's just to let you know on your first day here. It's actually not a workplace. It's kind of more of a family where we're intimate like a family. Just to let you know.
Sort of like a Spanish family.
Kind of like a Spanish family.
They definitely kiss each other a lot more.
Should highlight though, we have changed the name to Hot Young Guys since Patrick Kilty introduced us as so.
When you watch back the tape, we watched him. We were in our dressing room,
which is, can I say? Everyone said it. It's the biggest, most important guest dressing room. They did say that to us.
Well, it makes sense.
They made such a fuss over that because I think Emma Dorn was in there when I was there before.
Yeah, and I repeat, biggest, most important guest. Biggest, most important guest.
Emma brings her own glam squad. She doesn't take the in-house makeup. She brings people with her. Should we have brought people in?
Well, since they didn't do our makeup until...
They didn't do our makeup. We got a slash of powder 1 minute before. I wanted them to do a spot on my chest and everything. Bit of concealer, something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, we were in our own world though a little bit. I mean, we were literally like, they said we were on the 3rd and then the ad break came and then we were still like in the dressing room and I'm like, I'm going to get a beer. Do you want a beer?
Tony went to get us drinks and it was like, oh, we have to go on.
Yeah.
It was funny because Tony left to get us drinks and then whilst he left, he got intercepted to go and do the Late Late Show, which is the reason we were all there. And he got intercepted. So me and Shane were just sitting in the dressing room waiting for Tony to come back. Whilst Tony was standing there backstage getting makeup put on.
I was getting makeup put on.
I was like looking at my watch going, he's been a while.
On the studio floor.
On the studio
floor. It wasn't
floor.
even the makeup place. Anyway.
And when that lady came in to get us to sign kind of waivers and someone had somehow actually signed my name, forged my name.
She said,
somehow.
I'm looking for Shane and Killian. And I said, do you not want Tony? She went, well, I have Tony.
I didn't know what that meant. And I thought she was taking you away for makeup. And I was like, can I not come as well? And I felt scared. I'm not going to lie. I felt very scared. I was being very kind of, trying to keep the vibes high.
We actually got fucked around in there when you think about it.
I mean, yeah, look, throw us
Mary
in the big dressing
McCallaghan
room.
has a lot of family and they were all over the whole green room. So the green room was kind of out of bounds for us because Mary McCallaghan's greedy family. And then
she has 200 children.
She has 8 children and they weren't all there, but she had I think she had sisters and her mom was there. And it was just like, there's too many people here, so we can't really fit. And then Donnacha O'Callaghan was there, and he takes up
a lot of
pretty much one whole couch. Yeah, we weren't called O'Callaghan, and that was part of it.
I've been in rooms with O'Callaghan before, and you said this to me when we walked out. Donnacha. I've been in rooms but not spoken properly. And I was utterly charmed.
Oh, yeah.
I was utterly charmed. He pulled a cheeky face.
He's so likable.
We went into the dressing room just to grab something while everyone was watching Miriam in the green room, and he pulled a cheeky face that was as if to say, how could you leave while we're watching Miriam O'Callaghan, but then also gave us a bit of a wink on the way out. And I'm like, this is utter charm.
He had the briefest, like a half a second, and he managed to pull about 3 different faces that communicated perfectly. Go on, but I'd do that as well.
Yeah.
I'm sad to have missed. I didn't see his face because I was looking firmly at the floor because of my low confidence. and that's what I was trying to get.
Well, you have a
with.
crush on him as well,
You had
famously.
a crush on him.
I don't have a crush on him, but I did think sexually about him.
Yeah. So there was no love.
I couldn't
involved.
help that.
There was no love or intimacy involved.
He was being nice to me. What else am I supposed to think? That's what's hot. When someone is nice to you, you want to have sex with them.
That's true.
Isn't that?
I
That's what everyone's. We're
That's
all
how it
doing.
works.
That's how we're all doing.
Well, I'm nice to people so that they want to have sex with me. So I imagine
Right.
it works the same way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's just the system and how it works.
I thought you were both very funny.
Thank you so much. I thought you were very funny.
I thought we did a good
I
job.
think we should kiss. Mm?
We
I
were
thought we did
very. I felt like very. Now that I see comedians on like shows now, I'm like, oh, I get it. You got to do the jazz.
Well,
hands.
don't give too much away to the audience.
Well,
here,
I
Killian.
get it. You got to do this sort of jazz hands kind of like professional comedian thing.
Yeah.
You don't get to, for example, just say, I wanted to come out in black plastic bags.
Yes.
And they were
Shot
like,
down bios and the researcher.
they were like, that'll be, I was like, what if,
because of Halloween.
because of Halloween.
Because of Halloween.
And dress up in sort of bin bag things and then like have a load of crinkly kind of noise. He was like, yeah, that'd be a nightmare for the audio and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but actually I think it would be quite funny. Like if we, for the entire interview, were just like rustling around. And it's one of those things where when you try that out on stage, you do that, and then within maybe a minute, you realize, oh, this was about 30 seconds of laughs. Now it's no longer funny. But I wanted to do that on live TV. And
Previous toy shows have
guess.
taught me the importance of like, I remember, I think there was one toy show where someone came out to do a masked singer bit dressed as Olaf the snowman from Frozen.
And who was it underneath?
Don't remember.
Right.
But I remember them coming out and singing and like being a very good singer. So it was some Irish singer, a woman I believe it was, and sang the whole song as Olaf, but it didn't sound very good. And like by minute 2, I was like, okay, this actually
Has to stop.
Has to stop. And
Could
when
have done a verse and a chorus.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And it was when I saw that performance, I fundamentally have put it into everything that I do on live. I'm like, what does minute 2 look like? Because I don't want to be Olaf from the Masked Singer.
Yeah.
So it actually taught me a valuable lesson.
but minute 1 could have been gold.
Minute 1 could have been gold. Do you know, it's not even a minute. You think, oh, it'll just be up there for a minute. That's 15 seconds stage time.
15 seconds could have been gold.
Yeah, it could have been gold.
But what's the second 15 seconds?
What's the second 15 seconds?
What's the second 15
You
seconds?
guys
What's the
know-
second 16 to
You know,
30? No?
10, 1 to 10, they're like, this is kind of odd. This is crazy. 10 to 20, they're like, oh, this is kind of funny. Like the crinkling and stuff like that. We're probably awkwardly. 20 to 30, they're like, oh, they're still doing it. 30 to 40, very awkward.
100%.
Very awkward. Get them off.
That's why I think like queer cabaret is very good at like knowing full well that where your attention has died. The minute 1 has passed. So now it's like, okay, what else can I pull off here? You know what I mean? What other either trick can I do or costume reveal? It keeps you utterly captivated. And I think we need to incorporate that more into straight performances personally. If I can appropriate.
Please. That's what it's all about.
Thank you.
That's what it's all about.
Permission granted.
We're caught on the hop with this podcast. And do you know what as well? We spent a lot of time together in the last...
We did.
I saw you so many times, Killian,
Oh, it's
because
fucking
we did a
insane.
gig as well.
Yeah.
No offense to Tony.
Not
we
at
didn't
all.
book the gig. It was just that happened to
Just
both
the way
on
it
the same
happened.
one. It was a difficult gig because Killian did better than me, and I just think that's so devastating.
Yeah.
There's a video of me as a child. I think I discussed this on the podcast before, where I'm about like 4, and I'm very upset. I come in from the garden in my cousin's house. I'm very upset, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And my aunt, what was wrong with me was my cousin had come down backwards down the slide, and I was just jealous. And all the adults knew what I just said. He came backwards down the slide, so I just cried and went inside.
So imagine Shane's horror when he shows up to Cherry Comedy. He does his set, goes really well, and then I come along and I walk on stage and I start erecting a small slide and climbing the ladder
Backwards
backwards.
down he went.
And so
Killian came
shock
backwards
and
down the
horror,
slide.
trauma starts coming
And
back.
it was crazy the way you didn't even have to prompt the audience. They just went
Yeah.
and
The
built
audi-
up to a rapturous applause.
I will say I didn't listen to a lot of your set. Now I was
Yeah.
gossiping down the front with our friend Dwayne Dugan, but nice to gig with you.
Yeah, nice to do. But it's funny because I also didn't listen to I don't think a single solitary word of your set, but it sounded, I could hear the laughs and it sounded very good.
Okay.
Did you find you had a great elan on stage?
I had a great
Did you
elan.
storm it?
I stormed
Did you storm
the
a
stage.
room?
I stormed the room.
That's crazy.
Stormed the room.
Do you know what? It might be threatening, Shane, but just know this is just the way things are going.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Do you think
It's
if
not a
you do
fluke.
better than a comedian
It's just the way things are going.
on a club set, if you get a few more laughs than them, you get to take their quotes.
Sure.
Oh, from the
yeah,
poster.
Get to take your, so I
like,
can steal the
like a
Tommy
WWE
Tiernan.
title.
Yeah.
So I have a quote on
Ireland's
my
favourite
poster.
gay comedian, Killian Sundermann.
I have a quote on my poster from Tommy Tiernan saying I was good.
Yeah.
But if you do better than me on that night, you win that.
I win those quotes.
Okay, so they go on your poster for next year.
Fuck.
Jesus.
I couldn't.
It's just on my poster.
can't do
Shane
that.
is one of my favourite new comedians.
Are we playing for keepies? Or are we playing for...
I put my tour up the other day. I was so professional, right?
Oh, it's
I,
great.
I,
Big
I
art.
got my
Believe you.
Instagram organised because I was going on the Late Late Show.
Yes.
My tour announcement went up with sex in it. My almost nude, which is a crime because my ass looks cracking in that real picture. But I covered it up with the thing. I did that myself. I went and found a way to get that off the poster and put
incredible.
that sticker on my butt on the thing. And I got that pinned to the top with the tour announcement so people would arrive. They see the Late Late Show, look me up, see that. Then I had my Our Guys live show on the 20th of November in the National Stadium. And then I had this. And then last night, I get an email saying we have to swap 2 of those dates, have to be swapped around. And I just feel like I'd rather cancel the both of them because now I have to change that and repost it. And then what if Instagram's like, you already post that picture? And then it's like shunts me down the algorithm. I was trying to be a professional, social media sensation.
Yeah.
Which I'm not even a social media sensation anymore.
But they still
you
call
are.
us social media sensations.
They
whenever
keep
we go on
saying
the
that.
radio or TV.
I'm a stand-up comedian of some renown.
I'm glad that you've highlighted this because people don't know this about Instagram. It actually isn't an algorithm. It's just some little stroppy teen who goes, you've actually already posted that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's crazy. Like,
You already posted it. Why post it again?
You're weird.
My post not again. You should only have 6 posts on your bets. That's what the kids think. I don't know.
And then you see like, what's that been taken down for? And then you try and make a claim for it or whatever. 28 days later, it's like, I just thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't, break any rules here,
There's always some change. Ballycotton and what's the other place? Clonakilty have to swap for some reason.
Oh.
I feel like going looking up the website and looking what's on the other days and go, what are you doing? And make the musicians in the Barras Folk Club Clonakilty cancel their show so I can do it on the day as
They're swapping
scheduled.
with each other.
I don't know what. Look.
all
I was
kicking off out there
I
in
was
West Cork.
ensconced. I was ensconced, and I don't know how to turn off my. I want office hours in my emails, but I need someone to, like a young person, to show me how to do that.
Oh, I can do that for you. Are you where the email would say you're out of office?
No, I don't want my phone to tell me there's an email after like 7.
See,
But I got an email at fucking midnight, and that annoyed me because then I have to go to bed, and I turn into my father, where I lie in bed and worry about things now.
I've tried to show you
Not
things.
that my father does that specifically, but I think that's when dads do their thinking.
Yeah. I could do that for you, but I've tried to do things on your phone before and you hate it.
What?
When I try and be like, I'll have a look at that and I think I can help you.
Well, you want to just do it.
Yeah,
I
I do
want
just
to
want
be
to do it.
empowered.
Okay.
I want to learn it. I don't want to just have you do it for me. I want to be empowered.
Okay.
Like feminism,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
in a way.
Do you teach your kids or do you
That was
show
a
them?
sick beat from that stutter there, by the way. Is that new sleaze? Are sleaze going electric? Electronic?
Sleeves are already they're going electronica.
You don't stutter, you're so
enjoyed that.
confident.
Look at him. I have to praise you like I should.
When you teach your kids, do you just do it for them or do you have to show them
I
every
do,
time?
and Terry scolds me for it.
And do you
Yeah.
have to, like, is that something, like you're supposed to show them, you're like, like the ice cream's dripping everywhere, I'm just going to
Lick
lick
it.
it off.
Yeah.
Or do you have to show them how to lick properly?
I wouldn't show them that. But if you want to join my OnlyFans,
What age does kids stop? Kids will allow you to lick their ice cream clean, and then at a certain age, they're like, that's disgusting.
that's
don't.
actually rank, yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll blindside
Your
you.
kids are still okay to be.
They wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
They wouldn't mind
yeah.
that. But like right now, we're like, my 2, soon to be 3, a couple of weeks, daughter,
I
2-year-old.
thought you were going to say 2, soon to be 3 kids. I was like, oh my God, the vasectomy didn't work.
That would be impossible. That would be impossible
Well,
now.
the size of your fallopian tube, or no, not.
No, it's my vast efferents. And I did send off a sperm sample and they said there was still some sperm in there and I haven't sent the other one, but I think it's fine now. Terry wants me. Anyway, look, listen.
We don't need to know all that,
Don't need
to
to
be
know all
honest.
that. Anyway. And do you know what? I was very disappointed. We've already talked about this in the pod when I sent the sperm sample. Anyway, my daughter's trying to we want her to put her clothes on. She's very good at it. She's a big girl. You know that?
Sure.
She's a big girl.
Yeah.
And you don't want to say you're a baby if you don't do it, but you want to still empower her. You're a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the patience for that, so I'm just dressing her. And I'm like secretly just dressing her when I'm supposed to be in there laying down the law, But she just loves, she's like her father. She just loves taking her clothes off when she gets home, And I think it's funny because like she took her trousers off the other day, and I was like, put your trousers back on, and then she started shouting, "I'm a car with legs, beep beep," and I'm like, that's like, how do I?
You can't. No, that's great.
A car with legs is really good stuff.
That's really strong.
Beep beep. Added on to that. Very funny.
Unbelievable. So like, I would have to like pretend to be, you know, a Grinch or something like that to not be totally enamored by that.
Could she not be a car with legs with her trousers on?
I mean, come on, I was blindsided by how funny it was. I mean, there was no logic to, you know.
It's part of the humor.
Yeah.
That she doesn't have her trousers on.
You know what I mean?
Part of the humor condition.
Yeah.
Like she's utterly charming. It's just like, it's like having a 2-year-old Matthew McConaughey in the house at all times.
How long would it take her to dress herself? And what does that mean? Do you have to lay out a little outfit and go put all these on?
I have to like stand there. I have to lay out her little socks. If they're not pink, she doesn't want to wear any of them. So that's another fucking story. And so I'd lay out the socks and the trousers and the top and then the jumper, which she'll now just put on as she's walking out the door. And I'll be like, okay, put that sock on. And she'll sit there and she'll like try and she'll put on her big toe and she'll be like, I can't do it. And then I'll be like, no, pull it. And I have to like literally like, it's as if I was trying to like in text form, text your parents on exactly what you do to get dressed. You know, like, you know, when you have to give instructions for something digital.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that, being like, okay, pick it up. Now stretch the elastic.
Okay, yeah.
Put your foot in. Make sure every toe is in there.
Oh, God.
Twist the heel so that it comes to the, you know, the back, and then pull it up your leg, because I know you're going to complain about your sock feeling weird because you didn't pull it up and it's bunchy. There's something in my
The heel
shoe.
will be at the front.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like put the left leg in. She puts it in the right leg, and then she's got like another like fucking, she's a spider, like fucking, or 3-legged thing, like a 3-legged race with on the side. And then I have to tell her that the bow is on her underwear at the front. Anyway. I blacked out there. It takes a long time.
And where do their shoes be? You know the way kids, you always have to say, where are their shoes?
So their shoes,
when they're not findable, where are they? Like behind the radiator?
I mean, we've lost, like, she went into the toilet the other day with 2 shoes on and came out with 1 shoe. And it's a small toilet, it's under the stairs. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, where's the shoe? And then as she was running out the door with only 1 shoe on, the other shoe fell out from under her top.
Oh, yeah.
So like, it's really hard. It's like trying to get the kids ready in the morning is like being in like a Japanese game show. You know, the ones like, you know, and it's like, all right, now send in the, you know, the ooga booga, you know, and then there'll be someone come in just to fuck you. Like, you've just cleaned everything, and then you'll see like a Mr. Blobby come in, like just flipping shit, you know. It's completely unpredictable.
There's hidden cameras around your house, and your house is being broadcast to a Japanese TV show.
Jeez, I really hope not. The way I talk to my wife.
Oh, God.
Ruin my reputation.
I don't think you'd be allowed to talk to Terry in a rude way for very long.
Not at all. Not at all. Do you know what I was thinking as well the other day? Because she was just a bit, you know, I've joked about this before, about like, you know, I only hear tone. Like, I've joked about like if a building was on fire and a fireman was like, get out, I'd be like, well, like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. You know, and the place would go up in flames. But is there any like, you know, strong, assertive way to tell someone, like your partner, you're not being talked to me very nice right now? Like, I know we have stuff to do, but, you know, sometimes it's just, and it's not even rude, it's just like, just grab that, like grab the cow paw, like, you know, she's feeling sick.
Oh, yeah.
And there's not time for that. I have to kind of suck it up.
You need to be like, treat me with a bit of respect.
Yeah, but that's verging into, you know what I mean? Is there any way to be respectfully like, good job, hey, I'm a man, could you ask me nicely? You know?
What about like, the nice-o-meter is reaching critical low levels.
That's very alpha.
Hey.
That might be too alpha.
What about my feelings?
I mean, I try and do that as well, but she has no empathy in crisis situations like that.
Right, she's a sociopath.
Meantown, population U.
That's good. That's strong.
You could say, who pissed in your cornflakes? Put it back on her.
I often think that she's just trying to keep the whole house together for things like, we just need things, or it's usually get the cow ball because one of the kids has a fever and we need it right now, you know? But I often think, you know, in Pulp Fiction where they bring in like Harvey Keitel because they've shot your man in the face and they have to clean up the mess.
Yeah.
And they bring in, what's he called? The Wolf. And then he tells them everything they need to do. And then John Travolta's like, well, a please would be nice.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like ludicrous because he's like trying to get them out of a situation.
Yeah.
Like, pretty please. We sugar on top. Clean a fucking car. You know?
That's okay. I get you.
I often think of that. I'm like,
I came here to cry because my partner's being too mean to me and drink milk, and looks like I'm all out of milk. Is that alpha?
What?
Do you not know that quote? Came here to kick ass and drink milk, and it looks like I'm all out of milk.
It's actually from They Live. Roddy Piper says, I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. And he starts shooting everyone.
Yeah.
It's a wrestling thing.
Well, he's a wrestler who was in a John Carpenter film,
And then-
where he puts on the glasses and you can see the people are aliens.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know what that is. Last night, Raymond asked me if I wash my hands after doing the bins, and I could have just walked over to him and just like pressed my thumbs so deeply into his trachea that he would pass out and die. And I would do it, and I would watch the life leave him because I was so annoyed at him.
Things going well though. Otherwise,
Otherwise than that, we're pretty happy at the moment. Yeah, we're actually really enjoying each other's company at the moment. But I was like, what kind of idiot are you? How dare you? Like, there's so many layers, and I'm like, when I did. Okay, let's play that back. When I did the bin, you mean? Because we have bag bins because our streets are too small for the bin trucks.
Oh,
Yeah, or for our houses are too small for wheelie bin. I don't know. It's a derogation.
where you wheelie bin?
Everyone has to have wheelie bins, but houses like ours, we've got a derogation from that law. We're entitled to a derogation. So, do you know how I know that? Because my dad said that.
A delegation of people to go to their house and give them a delegation.
I said we only have bags. We moved into the house. We only have bags, and my dad said, "Oh yes, you could have a derogation for that." And I just was like, "What? Wow,
That's something dads know.
yeah, derogation.
You've said it 4 times. I can't tell you what that word is.
A derogation from the law.
Derogation.
We're allowed to not obey the wheelie bin law of Ireland or whatever.
Could you use it in another sentence where is
I can't. That's
derogate? Could you derogate?
To derogate. I derogate. She derogates. He derogates.
He derogates.
You plural derogate.
And then what if there was a political controversy involving a man called Derek?
Derogate.
Okay.
That would be serious.
You'd have to be very careful. Derogate.
People are up in arms over a man who believed he had derogation and was actually didn't. He was bringing out bag bins and his name is Derek. And it's called Derek Gate. And that's also what it's actually. I don't even know.
Do you know what I'm having today? I'm having
Derogation. I love that song from YouTube. Anyway,
I love the video where the
Sorry,
Edge is in with Angelina Jolie and he's like, listen, you have to get me out of here. And he's like clearly like green screened in and it looks so shit. It's so funny because the Edge is like the one who does not emote whatsoever at all on stage.
yeah.
Anyway, please.
Edge. I just know him as Edge.
Oh,
I'm having one of those days where it's a Monday today, right? And sometimes you get a case of the Mondays. But I woke up early today, and then I had breakfast, which is unusual for me because I struggle to eat breakfast in the morning. I had 3 Weetabix.
oh, keep you regular?
Well, I don't know yet. It's only the first day, so
Cool.
regular wouldn't be coming to it. And my brain feels. I woke up early due to anxiety about needing to contact you as first thing about the podcast. So it wasn't like I woke up, popped out of bed, did my stretching, whatever.
I'm the reason
But
he gets up in the morning.
you're the reason I get up in the morning. You brighten up my day, the one that makes me say, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know this is not true, but my brain thinks now, me going around today going, oh my God, I've got a really pep in my step.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up early. I think I might just get up early every morning. I did a bit of work on my laptop and everything.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I'm going to get up and I lit candles in the morning, which was exciting because it was still a bit dark, what with the daylight savings for whatever reason. We're supposed to be giving them brighter, but it was still dark. And I was like, I'm going to do it. Like, this is the week for me, man. This is it. Like, I'm going to just, this for me, I'm wearing a shirt. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's what I'm doing. I popped into I had a radio engagement this morning.
Wow.
Walked into that, no bother.
You look great, by the way.
Radio
Great
engagement
fit.
with
Feel
our
that, yeah.
with our friends who are engagement.
Sorry?
Radio engagement with the people who are engaged.
A radio engagement with our friend who is engaged.
Engaged.
Only for a little while longer because they're getting married
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Yes.
We're going to that. Oh, they're up here.
Speaking of
Where are
candles,
There they are.
There's Dwayne and Fiona.
There they are. Look at that.
This
Beautiful.
episode is
Gorgeous.
dedicated to Dwayne and Fiona of Cherry Comedy and their
We're getting married today.
And they're looming engaged.
They're getting married today. If you're listening to this today, then we're at the wedding.
Spare a thought for... Not spare a thought.
Spare a thought.
Spare a thought for the young hot guys.
A moment of silence.
Spare a thought for... Who do we... Fiona, who's getting married to Dwayne.
Well, that sounds very effective, Shane.
Anyway, so isn't that great that my new life is starting now and I'm just
That's
so much
great. So you're
happy, so
different
happy and
forever.
healthy
Yes.
I think we need to do is give Ray access to your calendar and have him just fuck shit up and then have him maybe point it out at 11 o'clock every night so that you have to get up early to kind of fix it.
I'd be very upset if Raymond,
Maybe if the
I know,
producers
I know.
of
my
the,
calendar-
the
You've woken up in a
Japanese
pit of
game show
anxiety.
that seem to be running Tony's house at the moment, if they kind of got involved in your house. that
Yeah,
might
we
be
could
good.
get Mr. Ugabuga to mess with your calendar, perhaps.
Okay. Well, no, I can't. The calendar is so important.
They had an episode of the Japanese game show in my house before I went on the Late Late Show. So in the Late Late Show, I had to make a big pot of dal, about 100 portions of dal.
Sorry, before the Late Late Show, you had to make a big. You weren't making it for the audience of the Late Late.
I was, and I wanted one for every member of the audience.
Oh, of course.
But then I was also getting ready for the Late Late Show, so I had to, wash myself for Kilty.
Of course.
This is Irish RT thing, but you have to wash yourself and shave your entire body and all.
It was weird when we stood there completely in the nip with a kind of a silk blindfold around our necks, and I'm assuming it was Kilty because someone came very close to us and went.
Yeah.
And then when they left, we were allowed to finally take the blindfold off and put our clothes back on.
It was nice to be in the nice dressing room nude with you guys, though.
It was.
It was a shame we had to wear the blindfolds because I did want to have a little quick peek.
Yeah, but there you go.
I would have just taken a quick look. Nothing lecherous, just a quick peek.
Of course,
I would have taken and then
Yeah.
back up to eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would have. It was a shame. Well, another day, hopefully.
They double up, and when they get book you on for the Late Late Show, they double up and do that naked show as well. What's
Yeah.
it called? Naked and Blind or whatever. It's
Yeah, but it
called.
only goes out in another territory, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
so-
matter
so,
there.
no,
But
it goes
you
out.
get the fee, but you pay.
It's
There's
kind
some
of an RT hybrid
Yeah.
screen.
there's
to
a
try to get
withholding
bit more
tax
money.
thing, and then
Yeah.
you get it back. You get it back next year.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a derogation, but then
They were hoping for a
Yeah,
derogation, but then Pascal was
It might
like,
work.
"I'm ending that derogation," so they don't have a derogation anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm
So
getting
tell us,
ready.
you're getting
supposed
ready.
to shout all this kind of stuff, and there's a power cut,
Whoa.
the likes of which I've never seen.
Wow.
In terms-
Localized just to our house,
Oh, just your house.
just our house.
Did you check the fuse? Did you check the fuse
somehow-
box?
You could have told me that.
hold on.
4 days ago.
Hold on. Let's.
I didn't check the fuse
pause.
box.
Wait,
I
did
didn't check the fuse box.
you not?
Of course, I checked the fucking
Okay,
fuse box.
okay,
Oh my
okay,
God.
okay.
Oh my
What the
God.
fuck is going on here? Of course I checked the fucking... We had men from ESB. We had teams of people on the street going underneath the ground
Wow.
of our street, like, pulling out broken wires and these things like that.
From ESB Networks.
From ESB.
Doesn't matter what your supplier is.
ESB.
Always call ESB Networks. And if you smell gas, vape and smoke immediately.
Absolutely.
The guy was great. He came out.
Is he hot?
And he was like, I don't want to judge someone based
Okay,
on...
sorry.
That's
You're
fine.
right. You're right.
But he was good at his job. And who knows? I don't know. He was good at his
And
job.
was he nice to you?
He was nice to me, but he was like... He was like...
The two most important things: good at your job and nice.
If someone's nice to you, that means you want to
You
have
want to have
sex
sex
with
with
them.
them.
I offered him a cup of tea, and he said no.
Because what are you going to boil the kettle on the stove?
And I was like, oh yeah. I realized afterwards, as I walked upstairs, I was like, oh yeah, I have no way of making him tea. So he must have thought, that lad has no idea how difficult his life is going to be over the next 6 hours.
Well, some people have a gas hob. I'd love a gas hob.
No, I don't have a gas
hob.
hob.
Oh,
It's
shut
amazing.
Tony D. I'd love a
Oh,
gas
it's
hob.
amazing.
I grew up in a gas hob, and I tell you, I was spoiled.
Yeah.
Now with these, what are they called? Convections. I tell you,
Inductions.
inductions.
Did you
What's
say?
convection?
Did you say to him like, do you want a cup of tea? Oh fuck, no, actually, we can't do that. Do you want to see the moon? We don't have tea. Would you like to see the moon?
Want to see the moon? ESP Networks, man.
I know fish.
Let me tell you all I know about fish.
Put these on and come down to the canal with me. I will have enough time.
We go looking for my brother's AirPod.
If you drop your airport in the canal, call ESB Networks.
No, but I had to. He's like, it's not looking good, and I was like, I have to make a dal for 100 people. I have to go on the Late Late Show. I have to wash my body for Kilty. Like, what am I going to do? And he's like, it could be tomorrow. You could be getting power back tomorrow. It's
Wow.
not looking good. A lot of rain. Just as the winter comes in, loads of power cuts and stuff like that. So I had to have a shower in pitch black,
Wow.
complete darkness, and it was freezing cold.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
I'm just like scrubbing my body, just like practicing what I'm going to say to Kilty. I'm like, I can't, I'm like, how will I move when I have the bin bag on me? Because I'm at that point still very
course.
excited
Like
about
just
the bin
this is
bag
just
bit.
cold water.
Just freezing cold
Oh,
water,
jeez.
freezing, icy cold. And then,
Wow.
when it's the house is cold as well, and then it's cold, it's just like
Yeah.
insane. Really, really insane.
You don't feel the better for it.
I didn't
No.
feel the better for it.
Cold
What
water
Kilty demands?
immersion, they call that.
Cold water immersion.
If you're an alpha dude.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't. I mean, it didn't make me feel good about myself.
Okay.
If that's like what Joe Rogan
You
or
looked
whatever wants
well.
me to think. I'm glad that you said that. But then you will notice that backstage, I was talking a lot about Lily Allen and the Spud Bros
were.
TikTok drama. So maybe I wasn't in the best mental state.
Yeah. Well, I goaded you into the Lillian thing, to be fair.
Yeah.
By saying
We
that.
had a difficult time before the Late Late Show because it was divisive. We had a divisive conversation.
Yeah.
In that I won't say who, but Tony Cantwell.
Yeah.
He thinks that Lily Allen is enjoying a boom in her fame, renown, and pop culture cachet based on having
enjoying
been
is
married.
a loaded word that I did not use.
Okay, in not enjoying, but is in receipt of.
In receipt of, yes.
A boon due to her marriage and now divorce from David Harbour. And Killian and I, we proffered that Lily Allen is an all-timer and from the very get-go has always just been an icon and star.
You're presenting this like an Oxford debate. You're presenting this like, does the House agree that?
Yes, this House, Killian and my House, we agreed that Lily Allen is that bitch and always has been that bitch.
That's what I was trying to prefer.
Whereas the other side, the Tories, if you will.
The Tories. Change one letter in his name and it is Tory. I would say that in the Oxford debate. I'm saying, and does the House agree that it is, if one small change is such a big deal, then just an to an end to an R would make you a Tory?
Tory Cantwell. Tory Cantwell.
Yeah.
May I speak, gents? Chairperson, timekeeper, adjudicator, members of the floor. What I was positing was that it's very unfortunate what happened to Lilian. And my heart goes out to her going through all of that. And what I was merely positing is that her success and brand awareness has been bolstered by her marriage to David Harbour, who may not be as talented, but is certainly more well-known. And should that be the case? Who's to say? Okay. Stranger Things is the biggest show on TV. He was also in a couple of big Marvel movies.
I think
he's big in America.
You've made your point.
You made your point.
I think that we should just allow our points to be there and be heard because I don't want to get into this debate again because it did take over. It was quite heated in the big dressing room.
I don't know if it was heated because it can't have been that heated because I was talking in monologue form for about 5 minutes and both of you guys were on your phone.
No, I was trying to get the TV to show the Late Late Show.
But you were talking to him, and I was looking at my phone, and I heard you murmur things like, "Oh, David Harbour, like, what has he done? Maybe he's, promoted a better positive body image for people who are that kind of stature. I don't know." And I was like, and then when I looked up, I'm like, "You're talking to me." And then
I thought he was talking to Tony. Tony thought he was talking to me. Killian was talking to no one. One fella with his back to him and one fella looking at his phone. And Killian was still talking, or as Raymond put it, droning on.
And
affectionately, I think Raymond said.
They're actually going to get me in Lankum as another instrument.
Oh, that's great.
Just an extra drum.
Yeah, like...
Because Ray DP only has so many hands to do so many different drums.
So they're going to get me going in and going, Lily Allen obviously had like a really, really good career.
Just layering out of a big orange amp.
And not just her music, it was her fashion and that kind of thing. And then David Harbour was really just an actor and it showed, the scripts were written for him and that kind of thing. And, and then obviously you've got David Harbour, like not really that great a guy. Like, you've seen a few YouTube videos or something like that. Obviously Lily Allen was a huge deal. Some people say she's nepo baby. I don't think your dad being an actor is necessarily representative of you being a nepo baby. I mean, it's kind of
he could do this. See, he actually could do this, and he did.
Anyway, look, that just shows that you can still be friends and have differing opinions. And sometimes people think in the current political, if quasi-political discourse, they think we all have different opinions. You have to leave room for that. Not for you racist pricks.
No.
Not those ones.
No.
You racist, hateful thugs.
No.
You don't get to have that opinion because that is to be reviled, as it used to be.
Yes.
It should be reviled again. See, you can disagree over whether Lily Allen was that bitch or not, but you can't disagree on these humans should be killed.
Yeah.
Or sent away.
Or whether some streets get a derogation on wheelie bins, that kind of stuff.
That's set in stone.
And I was also talking about this. You could play the video of me. There's video evidence of me.
It's not about Lily Allen, though.
It's not about... Well, at one point, just was not getting much on the Lily Allen thing. There's nothing worse than saying what you think is some pretty hot shit, being very passionate about something, and then one person looking up, and then the other person going, is he talking to you? And then Tony said, I genuinely don't know who he's talking to. And I'm talking quite passionately here about something I care about. And then both of them just go, I wasn't listening to that. That nonsense.
Yeah,
it did give us a...
This is me talking about the Spud Bros drama.
Different types of Spud names. And now there's all these independent businesses who are getting cease and desist letters from the Spud Brothers. So now they were these beloved kind of cheeky chappies who have made it big and they're doing really well and all this kind of stuff. Now they're people are realizing they're these conglomerates.
Now, in the video,
I'll just say that I sent that to Raymond from the Late Show dressing room, and he said, "You all look as nice as each other with a flair of personal style each. Is it okay there? Apart from Killian droning on about potato IPs." That's what he said. So you can see he's being affectionate.
Certainly quite affectionate. It did give us a good chuckle.
What you can't see in the video is Tony like just sitting there staring, like as if he's regretting every decision in his life that brought him to this point.
It's the kind of face that your ma's already told you off for not looking up in mass, and then you're kind of like, all right, surely there's something I can do here.
Oh, I'm a born bastard.
No, you're not. And I did find it interesting. And I went home and I said, Killian was drawn over the spud drama on TikTok. He's like, oh yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, okay.
So it just lost on us, really.
I need to find Terry and just talk to her about it.
Please don't. I don't want that shit in my house.
Time is of the essence, and essence is the time of now. And if you
want
to,
I've had the time of my life.
If you want to sign up to my Lily Allen Spud Bros podcast offshoot that I have, there is a derogation available to all people who sign up to the HeadStuff Plus. All you have to do is click the link in the podcast description, and you can get another podcast every single week where I will be discussing potatoes. And
it's called Tilling Allen, is it? Mm-hmm. Tilling Allen.
Tilling Allen.
With potatoes and Lily Allen. You till a field.
Tillage farmers. Yes, and do come see me on tour. My tour dates are in the link is in the bio or the what show notes
there
of this episode of the podcast to which you are listening on the platform of your own choosing.
You can see me knocking around.
And many happy returns to the wonderful new couple, Miss Fiona and Dwayne.
Yeah, but that's kind of their own private business. But anyway, we're telling it on this podcast.
Yes.
Slime.
Bye.
They're attractive.
They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Byrne.
Killian Sundermann.